Michael Quinn, live. Michael Quinn, live.
Greetings fellow nationalists, this is DRM Radio coming to you live from Kilkenny, Ireland. It is Tuesday the 28th of August 2012 and I'm Michael Quinn, your host for this evening's show. Okay folks, as many of our regular viewers are aware, we've been experiencing a number of technical issues over the last couple of months. Now they have actually increased, and it really is beyond our control at the moment. And so what we've decided to do is we're trying out a new broadcasting host, and we'll try them out for the next 3 or 4 weeks and see how things go with them. However, if it doesn't work out with them, we will refer back to DARPA TV. However, we're going to record the broadcast, but we're not actually going to advertise the company that we're doing the recordings with, because there's no point in us advertising it, the new broadcast company, if it doesn't work out, and that will only cause a lot of confusion with our regular viewers and our new viewers. So what we will do is we'll do the recordings and we'll upload them onto our drmvideolive.com website. That's the drmvideolive.com website. Okay, so check that out every week. I'll try and do 2 or 3 recordings each week and see how things go. Okay, anyway, I have a couple of articles here I want to read, and it's quite interesting because it exposes the spongers, the immigrant spongers that are basically coming to this country to take advantage of the generosity of the Irish taxpayer. And I think it's time that people began to cop on and realise that these people have no intention of working when they come to Ireland. And the taxpayer is pretty hard pushed at the moment, and to cover all their own bills and car repayments and mortgages and so on, and it's hard enough for everyone without having to pay out to these basically they're parasites. Okay, this is the heading and it's from the journal.ie. 1 in 5 unemployed in 2011 were non-Irish nationals. Subheading: figures from the CSO show unemployment rates were highest among, guess who? Yes, the Nigerians, Romanians and Russian nationals living in Ireland. I would say a lot of those Romanians would be Roma gypsies, if I'm correct. And we've done a lot of research on the Roma parasites here in Ireland, and they don't come here to work or to contribute to Irish society at all. They come to beg and rob and abuse the social welfare system, and just like the Nigerians, they're basically exactly the same. Okay, 1 in 5 unemployed people in the country last year were non-Irish nationals, according to the 2011 census figures from the Central Statistics Office, CSO. There were almost 80,000 unemployed non-nationals in Ireland last year, up from some 30,000 in 2006. According to the CSO, the rate of unemployment among non-Irish people in 2011 was 22%, compared with a rate of 18.5% among Irish people. Nigerians had the highest unemployment rate amongst non-nationals at 39%, while nationals from the Nordic countries had the lowest rates. And that's not surprising because those people, the people of the Nordic countries, have a real strong work ethic. And when they come into a country, they have no intention of sponging off the system, the social welfare system. They actually do come to work and contribute to society and to the economy. As I said, it's not surprising that the Nigerians have the highest rate of unemployment. Anyway, among Eastern European nationals, Lithuanian had an unemployment rate of 24%, while the rate for Polish nationals was slightly lower at 21%. Over 53,000 people moved to Ireland in the year leading up to April 2011. And this is incredible, folks, that we are allowing this number of people to come into the country when we're basically bankrupt. We're rapidly becoming a third world nation. We've massive unemployment, and yet we have all these people, all these immigrants pouring into the country, sponging and living off the taxpayer. It's just totally ludicrous. In fact, it's insanity, and it's mind-boggling. That the Irish people are actually standing by and allowing this to continue. It's just incredible. Anyway, okay, and of these, 47,111 were aged 15 or over, with just over 37% of this group being Irish. Unemployment among these Irish immigrants stood at just 33%, compared with a lower rate of 26% for non-Irish immigrants. Accommodation and food services sectors had the largest number of non-national employees in 2011, with the wholesale and retail and IT sectors close behind. Well, there you go, folks. Not only are they sponging off the state, but they are taking jobs from your child, my child, from husbands, from wives, from families. Okay, so you've one crowd sponging off the state, and then you have the other crowd that have jobs that are taking those jobs that your family members could have. Okay, let me see, where are we at? Okay, here is another one, and this is regarding the polls. It's an article dated Thursday, August the 5th, 2012. It's from the Independent newspaper, and it's by John Drennan. 1 in 4 Polish nationals living in Ireland is now receiving the dole, new statistics have revealed following Judge Mary Devon's controversial remark about social welfare being a, quote, Polish charity, unquote. The extent of the unemployment crisis within the immigrant community in Ireland is revealed in statistics secured by the Sunday Independent, which show that 25% of Polish nationals between the ages of 15 and 64 are on the dole. The issue of unemployment levels within the immigrant community emerged when responding to queries in Castlebar District Court about the existence of a Polish charity in Ireland. Judge Devons remarked, quote, a Polish charity, question mark. There is. It's called the Social Welfare, unquote. The judge was forced to issue 2 apologies. In her most recent one, she said, quote, I unreservedly and without qualification apologise for my off-the-cuff comments at a recent court case. I understand and accept the hurt these comments caused to members of the Polish community, unquote. Who gives a shit whether the Polish community was hurt by her comments? listen, lads, you are no longer welcome in this country. So I think it's time for the lot of you to sod off back to Poland. And the sad thing is that the judge has apologised and retracted her statement because her statement was actually truthful and factual. And this is the way it operates here in Ireland, that if you speak out and tell the truth and expose the complete and absolute scam being carried out, blatantly carried out by these immigrants, you're forced to apologise and retract um, your statements. Okay, however, the most up-to-date statistics reveal that the Polish community, who are the largest non-national grouping in the state, are suffering even more heavily than Irish residents from the job crisis. Oh my God, the poor old Polacks. They're actually suffering more than the Irish people. That's dreadful. Absolutely dreadful. My heart goes out to them. Currently, 100,162 Polish immigrants of working age are resident in Ireland, and 23,905, or just under a quarter of these, are receiving some form of job keepers allowance or benefit. Significantly, the statistics also reveal that whilst Polish citizens constitute 3.3% of the population aged between 15 and 64, they account for 4.39% of claimants of unemployment schemes that are open to the working population. It is believed one of the key factors in the rate of unemployment among Polish workers, which is slightly higher than that of Irish workers, has been the collapse of the building and manufacturing industry in the economy. During the height of the boom, the work ethic and skills of Polish workers meant they were actively sought by employers. Now that's absolute and utter bullshit, because basically the likes of IBEC and other business lobby groups, want this cheap labour, and all they're concerned about is their profit margins. They don't give a rat's ass on the effect that has on the Irish people in general. However, they seem to have been effectively left high and dry. Tough shit, lads. Tough shit on them. Go home. The statistics reveal that currently 543,961 individuals in the state are getting job seekers allowance or benefit, back to work allowance, one parent family payment, or other benefits. Of the 95,646 people receiving job seekers benefit, 6,057, or 6.33% of total recipients, are Polish. Job seekers benefit is paid to individuals who have been in work and earned enough stamps via PRSI payments. Job seekers allowance, which is means tested but is also paid to long-term employed individuals whose benefits have run out, is currently being paid to 309,885 individuals, 14,051, or 4.3% of which are Polish. Polish immigrants take up of the Back to Work Allowance scheme, which encourages unemployed people, among others, to take up employment, is particularly high at 8.7%, or 1,044 of the total of 11,955 applicants. Relatively few Poles, that's 2.32%, or 2,083, are found amongst the 89,735 citizens on one parent allowance, whilst the Polish take up of other schemes such as Back to Education, Farm Assist, and Pre-Retirement Allowance is even smaller. Currently, 36,700 people are receiving such benefits, of which 670 or 1.83% are Poles. The figures indicate that whilst unemployment levels are relatively high among the Polish community, the overall impact of Irish unemployment figures and costs 23,905 or 4.39% of the total is still peripheral. That's an absolute another joke, peripheral. These people are costing the Irish taxpayer hundreds of millions of euros every single year, and to describe that figure as peripheral is an absolute and utter disgrace by John Drennan. He obviously has a pretty good salary, so he's not suffering the consequences of our bankrupt society. Okay, folks, I'm going to be back to you after this break.
Michael Quinn.